can Israel afford to fight all this war from Israel? Can Israel afford to continue to attack from Israel? I'll come over here. Now, if everything is landing in Israel, can Israel direct this war and US direct this war while Iran continues to pound these areas, the Gulf nations and the American bases there? Can Israel continue to attack from here, from a distance?
Yes, in particular, thanks to tanker support by US Air Force. Tankers are operating somewhere here. Means that Israeli Air Force can't continue. This is for the first time they have so many tankers. So it's easy for entire Israeli Air Force, because all of their aircraft are equipped with in-flight refueling. It is easy for all the Israeli aircraft to refuel and then go striking Iran. At least up to here. After that, it's going to be a little bit shaky, unless the Americans and Israelis do manage to somehow suppress the Iranian air defenses over western Iran so much that they can move their tankers closer to the country.
Okay.
That will make things easier for Israelis. On the other hand, it does not mean that the Iranians cannot continue striking at Israel. On the contrary, if nothing else, the Iranians can continue doing that from eastern Iran or central Iran with longer range missiles, which so far have been untouched.
They have not used it. Now, do we know where their bases are? Because, or will the pressure be on US and Israel to actually come and neutralize these bases so that the Iranians can't launch their long-range missiles and their cruise missiles from, say, central or eastern Iran?
Principally, yes, we know most important bases. Sorry, this is old. So most important bases are always next to bigger cities. For example, Esfahan. Esfahan. Then we have Shiraz. Bandar Abbas, Kerman is a big military base, Zahedan, Mashhad is meanwhile the second biggest city in Iran. And of course those in west, like Sanandaj, Desful, Khorramabad and Khorramshahr, which is here somewhere. So if they are not inside the cities, they are always some 15-20 kilometers or less or more, depending on the local terrain, around these cities. Many of latest bases or newest bases are constructed under the ground. Some are stretching for kilometers under the ground.
Right.
And really deep under the ground. I'm talking here about 80 plus meters deep.
So the moment it's 80 plus meters, the bunker buster gets out of the equation. You'll have to have three bunker busters going one after the other.
And hit the same spot.
Hit the same spot. So that's the kind of precision that's required.
What is then done instead is to target the entrances. Because this is blocking the entrances. And then you're going to see videos showing Israeli or American aircraft targeting bulldozers that are trying to open the entrances. This is going to appear sooner or later. So what happens? In June last year, for example, let me show you now. Let's say this is a hill, and there is an underground base inside it. So in June last year, the Iranians have learned if we have the usual two entrances to such an underground base, the Israelis have it all too easy to target the entrances and then block them. Therefore, they have constructed everywhere the third and fourth entrance and exit, of course. So this is one of the points. This is why such bases
they're
are
also
very
learning
hard
very fast. They're also learning very fast. What we're going to do is we're going to shift the focus a little away from this region, but still in this region. When we come back, we're going to look about something that's brewing here and what is going to happen between this entity here, that's Saudi Arabia, and the entity there, that is Pakistan, who has actually said support to Iran, but they have a security arrangement with Saudi Arabia.